Hey everybody, welcome to Easy Tarot Lessons. This is our series of card meanings, and today I have Mandy with me. Hi Mandy.
Hello.
And I am Squirrel, or you can call me Sharon, whichever you're more comfortable with. But today we're doing the Nine of Wands, and I have a particular love of this card. I identify with him. But I'll let Mandy, would you like to tell us how he makes you feel first?
Well, I can't not notice the bandage.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's definitely kind of been through something unpleasant. So, yes, it could be physical injury, but it could be emotional. But whatever it is that has hurt him, he has survived and he's still hanging on in there.
Yeah.
And I would say, relating back to card number 8, I think he's been stood up
Aww.
and he's still waiting and hoping that they're going to turn up.
He's been waiting there for 10 hours.
Yeah, yeah. And it's kind of, yeah, but no. But seriously, I think he's got perseverance, and I think he's got a lot of loyalty, this character, actually.
Yeah.
I honestly feel if he was my boyfriend, do you know what I mean? He'd be there for me. He'd have your back, this one. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I kind of like him in a way. I think he's very sort of earthy, unpretentious. And I kind of think he's got his own sort of strength in his own little way.
Oh, heck yeah. All he's been through, and he's still standing there guarding,
Yeah.
the whatever's behind him, standing up for what he
Yes.
believes in, and
Yeah.
he's been put through the ringer, it looks like, but he's still
Yeah.
there.
I mean, if he came up reversed for me, I again, depending on whether I was giving advice on that card but I'd be inclined to say I think it's time to give up. I think it's time to sort of call it a day.
Yeah, yeah. When you take loyalty a step too far, when there's no
Yeah.
reason, when it's past its expiration date,
Yes.
I'm
You said
definitely.
you had a lot to say about him, so I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Wow,
Yeah.
you really actually see him quite the same way I see him, but I see
Okay.
him from that military point of view, that
Okay.
veteran. He's been through, wow, wars and fights and people hating him, and he's still doing his duty.
Yes.
He hasn't given up. He's still standing his post.
Yeah.
And to me, that loyalty, that dedication to what he believes in or what he has given his honor toward. He keeps his word. This is one, he would keep his word no matter what.
Yes.
I love him. I see him from a very military point of view. He's guarding that perimeter and keeping all the bad things out.
He's possibly one of the kind of top tarot cards for sort of trusting someone, I would
Hmm.
say.
Yeah, I would have to agree
He's
with
up
that.
there. I think he's up there with some of the real sort of like big players. Do you know what I mean? Like for trust.
Yes, he's beautiful to me, and I've had some students in groups say he looks like he's paranoid. The way he's looking over his shoulder.
Right. Let me just grab him. I wouldn't mind grabbing him actually. He's quite
And he doesn't have that short stick either. Sorry.
nice. Yeah, no, he does. I mean, there is a sort of caution about him, isn't there? He's
Yeah,
not. Yeah, I
but
see what they're saying actually, but I kind of like at the same time. There's other cards that have such a sort of naivety about them, and this guy's he is how he is because of experience.
right, right. So you're not.
I don't think he's just a paranoid person. I think he has a reason to be cautious and to be careful and to be on guard.
And wouldn't it give that loyalty an extra bit of oomph, some weight, because he does know what's going on. It's not that
Mm,
blind loyalty based on just stars in your eyes. He's
no,
loyal because he knows you, and
yes,
he knows all your faults, but he still accepts them.
yeah.
Yeah, I really, really love that card. Um, um, Sally, she's not here with us today, but she once did a reading for me, and it indicated PTSD, and I thought that was a
Oh,
beautiful interpretation because
yeah,
of his body language and the injuries he's received.
yes.
Um, almost thinking that it would be more PTSD in the reverse position, but I see when she did the reading, he was upright, and it actually just totally applied to the person I was asking about.
I would say in the reverse position, there would be times when I'd be inclined to kind of become more relaxed in the reverse position. It's like you can relax. You don't need to be on guard so much anymore.
Right.
I
Right.
might go that way with it. Do you know what I mean? If I was reversing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see that. Either that, or the person you're dealing with is shifty. Just shifty.
Yeah.
You can't depend on
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
But I'd much prefer it to come up saying you can relax now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I have a special affinity toward him because and I try not to see him. That again is like getting locked into that one perception. Try not to see him militarily every time,
Oh, I see.
but
Yeah.
it's if I'm looking at him out of context with no question, no card position, no spread, he's bound to come up as a veteran.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's another one of those staged cards, isn't he? Like where it looks like a theatre
Yes.
backdrop.
Yes. And if that's what jumps out at your eye, it could be this guy seems to be all that and then some, but he's just acting.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily make him bad, but.
No.
And it really looks like he's the only one defending that entire perimeter.
That's true. That is very true. But he's like the last man standing in a sense, isn't he?
Ooh, ooh. And that really applies too, though, because look at his injuries and he's collected all those wands.
Yeah.
Or the Black Knight. It's just a flesh wound.
Generally speaking, I like him.
So we didn't go too much into him, but he really has a good vibe. He really does. I think
Yeah.
he can
Yeah.
be paranoid. I think he's probably just a step away. But in the upright position, I think it's just healthy,
Cautious.
cautious, healthy caution.
But I do honestly think that he will really spring into life and really his story will become much more apparent in the context of a reading and the question.
Hmm.
I just think that he could be seriously expanded on. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like once you know what the situation is that he's in, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Hopefully that helped some people get a grip on him. I am really enjoying this series we're doing.
It's great, Sharon.
Well, thanks to you. All right. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for being
Oh,
here, Mandy.
that's a pleasure. I'm looking forward to doing them all, hopefully. So, yeah.
Everybody keep joining us. We'll get you understanding these cards.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye for now.